to In Spirit with Missy Reno Smith.
I am Olivia Smith.
And I'm Vanna, and in this episode is another episode in our Archangel series. We're going to be talking about the Archangel Azrael. So let's kick it off with the question that we normally do. What does Archangel Azrael do?
Well, Azrael is a very exciting archangel. Mm-hmm. People are super, super scared of Azrael.
Yep.
For no good reason.
Well, maybe. He is, okay, his name means, like the helper of God.
Mm-hmm.
He's the angel of God. He's the helper of God. But some people call him the Grim Reaper. Yeah.
That's my kind of archangel right there.
Well, I think it's kind of sad, because he does so many good things.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
He's got a bad rap.
He has a bad rap.
Yeah.
Okay, totally. Let's just talk a little bit about what he does, before we kind of get into some of the history stuff, because he's really, really interesting.
Yep.
But, what he does is he comforts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, if you're dying, he comes around.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to bring comfort so that you, if you're supposed to go at that time, brings you reassurance and everything. People kind of get this, okay, it's going to be okay.
Azrael's here. It's all fine.
Yeah. You might not know that Azrael is there, but, but also he comforts the grieving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, now when we're grieving and we're calling out for help and God sends Azrael, he doesn't just, magically take it away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what he does is he just helps you understand the life cycle. Mm-hmm. We're all here, we have a plan.
Yep.
There's a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cycle to life, and so he helps us really, truly kind of grasp that and move through, finally make it through those stages of grief. Yeah. Now, going through the stages of grief does not mean that we're not still missing. Mm-hmm. We just learn to manage our grief. Yeah. We understand it. It's not affecting us quite as negatively. Mm-hmm. We're still going to miss our person and that, or our animal. Or our relationship, because there are many types of grief, and he helps with all of them, including divorce and other types of loss. So, I don't know, he's just a really important dude, and I think we should we should give him more respect and not be afraid of him, and, make all these, I guess it's for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we shouldn't be afraid of him. He helps with the life review process. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, when you die, you gotta review your life. Mm-hmm. Right?
So one might say he runs the HR department of heaven?
I think that would be a great way to put it. He is in charge of HR, and,
which makes him sound even scarier.
It does. I guess it does. He's hiring and firing, so, okay, who's going to be here on Earth? He is in charge of, how many spots we have. Mm-hmm. All right, you get to go,
Yeah.
So he kind of runs a bigger picture, too.
Yeah.
Just outside of, individual deaths and grief.
Yeah, the bigger picture, absolutely, And, you cannot overstay your welcome here. Mm-hmm. You're here for a time, and you gotta go.
Yeah. He's like the bouncer. He's not afraid to kick you out.
He's not afraid
Again,
to do that.
He's real scary.
He's so not scary. He's
just stern and gets you where you need to go.
He's not stern about it, though. He is so comforting. He exudes, absolutely, he exudes God's light and love. And he is not some scary, gray, skeletal, deathly being in a robe. He's light. Now, he does look more mature, okay, than most angels. He has silver hair, he has silver skin. I get that that's kind of grayish.
Yeah. So he's comforting in a he's your grandpa kind of way.
Okay, yes. But not so much grandpa. I don't like the term old, or, we look maybe more mature, in heaven.
He looks like he's seen some things.
He has seen some things.
Does he have the big scary scythe, though?
Okay, does he carry a scythe? That is his symbolic thing, like we have pointed out before. Michael has a sword. Is he walking around with it all day long? No, it's like if you're won an Oscar and you carry it everywhere. Yeah.
If I won an Oscar, I might carry it everywhere.
Yeah, I think I'd have that thing with me.
Okay, but we would totally make fun of you.
Yeah.
So, no, he's not, like, carrying this thing around. It's just a symbolic thing. He also has this, like, stick, you know, like...
Like a dog.
No, well, we'll get a little more into dogs later with him, but, like, no, he's got a couple of symbols from different, you know, cultures and all of that, but he's just not, like, walking around with them. You know?
So you see him, he's not going to have a weapon on him?
No, he's got no weapon. He's got no weapon. Come on. You know what, though? He probably would bring it out for you two.
I
let me get that message to him right now. Azrael, when you come and take my soul back to heaven, bring the scythe.
But, you know,
I would love to see that scythe.
And we've talked a little bit about the process of dying before in a past episode. We've done a dying episode. I forgot exactly what we called it. I think it might have just been death and dying, something like that. Something simple. But we've talked a little bit about it, and it's often like your angels, right, kind of helping you die. So is Azrael there?
Okay,
is he there for special
this is
cases?
a great point. And it actually, I have a little story to tell. Because yesterday I talked to the most incredible young man who passed away, I think late last year. And his death process was a tough one, you know, considering how people, you know, go. His was prolonged after an accident. And he was just a young, what a sweet young guy.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm not going to give details about him. The family knows I'm going to talk about him, but or a representative of the family knows I'm going to, you know, share his story. But like, I'm, you know, not going to tell his name, but he's such a sweetheart. He was, and I was in this very room when I was talking to him, and he just lifted my day. He made me feel so good. But you know, his process of dying was rough. And he was fighting so hard. He wanted to stay with his wife, his young wife, and be here for his family. And he has like all these siblings, and you know, these wonderful parents. His moms he wanted to stay for, and you know, but he had to go. And so his angels and Azrael were coaxing him out, as they do. You know, sometimes do we need Azrael in the flesh? Maybe not. You know, when I cross, will I need Azrael to guide me over? No, I won't. You know, I know where I'm going. But sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So I think that he appears in the flesh when he's needed. He can send his representatives, be it your own angels or somebody else. Now, this young man, he was guided out as well by a grandfather. A grandfather he really loved and shared interest with. I'm not even sure that they were blood related. He was you know, but he was still his grandfather. And they just had this really great connection, and so God works through all of us, and you know, God's representatives work through all of us as well. But I do think that Azrael was coaxing this young man out.
And you say coaxing him out, like speaking with him, meeting with him, sort of thing. Like he was, his spirit was seeing Azrael.
Yes, absolutely. He was in a coma for about 6 months. And you know, somebody who's maybe elderly and kind of getting close to passing, maybe they're not in a coma, but they're just not passing. They're kind of going in and out, and we're in that in-between state. We're disassociating and such. You can meet with him then. So, you know, does he come in right away, or does he wait? And if it's been, you know, a while, and but you know, it just depends. But you know, God works through all of us, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So to answer your question in a very long way. That is how it goes. But it's very sweet though, because it's not scary, and it helps us understand, oh, okay, I was fighting so hard. I wanted to stay for my people here, but I can't. Again, it's time for me to go, because we cannot overstay our plan.
So he kind of gives relief in a way.
Yeah, he brings comfort. I mean, if you're dying, and even if it's a quick thing, and you're just like standing there like, wait a minute, am I supposed to go, or what's happening? You know, and he comes, he's going to bring you comfort.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, hey, come on.
Yeah.
Like, all the cool people are hanging out here.
Which kind of brings us to
luring you in with the treat.
to the thing of, like, is there often confusion? I mean, when you die? Because, I mean, I imagine it's pretty, you know, quick and sudden and like, oh, geez, I'm dead, you know?
Oh, yeah, people are stunned. Oh, my God, what the heck happened here? I'm trying to keep it PG, right? We're clean.
Yeah.
What the heck happened? Well, yeah, sometimes we get confused. Sometimes we're supposed to be confused, and being a ghost is part of our plan. So obviously he's not going to escort you away if that is your plan. This is such a rare thing, guys. I know we talk about ghosts and there's a lot of ghosts and everything, but that's just because we accumulate, you know, and like there's just been a lot of us on this planet, and, you know, over and over, and so you add up the ones who are choosing to have that experience. It's a lot, but it's not like it's a common thing, but confusion and, you know, but as we're, you know, our awareness is moving through the synapses of our brain, and we're kind of connecting with our higher self, everything starts coming back to you.
Yeah.
That confusion is released, all of your negativities, all of your hang-ups, things that you dislike, hate, whatever. I mean, all that washes away.
Yeah.
All of your sadness, your fears. I mean, just like you've been through a shower. So confusion, gone.
And I think, you know, like, the biggest fear, and I think even my fear, I think Olivia and I have even talked about this a bit in the past, which is, you know, immediately when you die, that it wouldn't be just confusion, that it would be fear, you know.
The transition between consciousness, like, is a very scary thought.
So, okay, so perhaps for a split second, one might experience that, but I still think it's the earthly. You're still on the earthly realm.
Because you're still stepping out.
Yes. So one might have fear here, and then one moves beyond, and then maybe it's like confusion, what's happening, what's going on, and then that washes away. But you two should know that even better than anybody else, because I regret you often.
I know, but it still is like, it's just in the back of my mind, which is that when I die, and, you know, hopefully in a nice, non-traumatic way or something, you know, that there's going to be like a quick, oh my God, you know, which is what we have seen when doing regressions. It's like whoa, what just happened?
Oh, I'm out. But then you're fine. You like, so why am I going to sit here and spend time
But it's just that split little second, you know, of that fear. It's like you fear having that split second of fear, you know. And also, we've seen, you know, in past and doing regressions and things, sometimes it can be a little bit painful dying too.
Well,
and so that can be a little scary.
Your earthly body experiences pain and fear and sadness. So for, you know, while you're going through that, but again, we disassociate. You know, I've never had a spirit describe their death, really truly the moments of death, through their eyes. You know, they'll show me what's happening before through their eyes, and then I am transported away because they are transported away. They are disassociated. Yeah. And, you know, one of my favorite stories was a young lady who was in an accident, and she had accidentally gone down the wrong way, and I'm very close to her family and her mom, and, you know, she passed over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And she had described her passing and to me, and she was way above as her you know, her vehicle was crashing into this truck, and there were boxes, and it was I don't know if it was UPS or something something along those lines, but like you know, she described this scene, and it was not scary because she was looking. She was not in pain. You know, she was just floating and certainly confused for a moment. But then she was just fine. So you don't have to work with it. You just don't have to. We don't have to spend time thinking about that. You know, it's a fear. It's I think it's there for most people. But it's unnecessary, and I don't know. I've never met a spirit who was like, oh my God, Missy, my death was so traumatic. It just, I've never met one. I've never regressed somebody who said, oh my God, this is such a horrible, horrific thing. You know, they're always peaceful. I take anybody I regress, I take you through your death scene because I want you to understand how easy it is to cross.
It is seeing it with the regressions, it is easy, but it's just that one little bit of small little second or two of the confusion is just kind of frustrating no matter what.
I feel like your brain, or at least mine does, goes to the worst and is like, well, maybe it was peaceful then, but this time it won't be.
Yeah, that's also it. Yeah,
I'm no different. Yeah. I'm no different. I mean, certainly, I might wonder, what it's going to be like and all of that, but I mean, if I have a moment of pain or fear or sadness or something, I'm gonna get over it.
Yeah,
because Azrael will be there.
Because Azrael is gonna be there to be like.
So if I'm ever worst case scenario here, being murdered by Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or you, and I'll step out of my body while they're murdering me, not feel any pain.
You're gonna be partially disassociated. Mm-hmm. You're gonna go into a state of awareness.
And then you use another little word there that makes me a little word partially. Oh, no. You said that one little word and I went, oh, I heard that
too. Okay. Yes. While you're in the conscious moments. Okay.
Which can be for quite a long time. I watch a lot of true crime.
But you're disassociated. You're partially in, partially out. You're experiencing time at a different rate.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully not slower.
Everything speeds up and slows down all at the same time. Mm-hmm. But you're disassociated, so you're not this happens here. Okay, so when I broke when you pulled me down on roller skating.
Sorry.
She pulls me down and I break my wrist. I mean, I didn't experience that pain in full consciousness. Mm-hmm. I mean, even the whole fall happened in slow motion. Yeah. It happened in slow motion for you, too.
Yeah, it did.
And, we were just going down forever. When I fell in the Superstition Mountains and broke some ribs, I was falling forever.
Yeah.
And my airbags did not deploy, and I broke some ribs. So,
hey, Mama, I'm sorry I broke your wrist.
It's okay.
I was 5 years old, but
I know.
I don't forgive you. On behalf of Mama, I don't forgive you.
I don't care for your forgiveness.
I cast for so long for that one. It was just, and then I let you guys choose my cast color, and I so regretted it.
What was the color?
It was neon orange.
Oh, well, that was just a terrible idea on your part.
I was about ready to go deer hunting. Oh my God, it was so hilarious. But we experience incidents like that in a partially disassociated state. You have been injured, you have been disassociated, you know what it feels like.
I've probably been murdered in some lives too, I imagine. So I imagine my spirit knows what that's like.
You once fell off your scooter and hurt your arm, and we thought you broke something. We take you to the doctor, and you described this experience. You were 8 at this point.
Yeah.
And you described it as if you were looking down at your body.
Because I remember I fell, and then it was as I was falling, it's like I was sucked out and was way above the trees looking down. It was weird.
You said this to the doctor, and he looks at me, and I said, we're a weird family.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, he laughed. He's probably heard it all before. Yeah. Maybe that was a first, I don't know. But he
probably just doesn't hear it often. I think most people just kind of don't vocalize those things, I mean, a lot of people to talk about,
he just glossed over it, though.
Yeah, whether it be a physical pain or a mental pain, sometimes you step out,
We do. That's what we do. So that's the eject button. That's a God-given gift, the eject button, to disassociate when needed. And we do that at death. And Azrael is certainly part of that disassociation and helping us through.
And who does Azrael work with? Does he work with anyone? Any specific other type of angel or any other archangel?
Well, the luminaries would be one phylum that he would work with, certainly, because they deal with death. And typically more dealing with death of those who are sort of turned away from God. Mm-hmm. So Azrael would have to deal with them as well.
Yep.
With Michael, battle, war, lots of death, certainly. With Gabriel's a counselor, with Raphael, who is about healing, and so certainly passing when one is sick or, injured and needing help. So he would work with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Many of them. Many more, too, than just those. I mean, we're just kind of talking about the big ones. But with Metatron, who is in charge of the holographic universe, if Azrael is in charge of, like, who gets in and who has to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about, the workings of this universe, this realm, and that. So he's kind of everywhere. He's really a big deal. He's a big deal over there.
He's a celebrity.
Totally. He might not get all the fanfare like Michael does.
But he's also a celebrity here, too.
Totally. Every culture has him in some way. So we can talk about... Who should we... The Greek one.
Charon.
There we go.
The ferryman.
The ferryman. We hear about this guy. He's in a lot of movies and things. You see the ferryman and that. And so, to the Greeks, when you died, you had to be escorted over the river Styx, and another river, I think. But you had to, cross the waters of Hades that separate life and heaven. And so Charon would ferry you across, but you had to bring him something according to them. Okay, so
you had to have a coin in your hand.
You did. You had to have a coin. You had to have a Charon obus, something like that. Okay, that's the coin. And if you couldn't afford it, well, guess what? You were gonna wander by that river for 100 years.
I'd hate to be broke. I'd hate to be broke.
Or have family who doesn't like you enough to put that coin in your grave.
Yeah, that's what you got to worry about. Is the family going to give it to you or not? Are they going to keep it because they need food? But
Mama, would you give me a coin?
I would give you the coin.
Thank you.
But I would also know that it wouldn't matter because it doesn't matter.
But if it did, I wouldn't give you one, Vanna.
I wouldn't give you a coin either.
We don't have to bribe Azrael, or whatever we might be calling him. And excuse me, I have to take out my notes. Because he has so many names and I can't remember them all, okay? Okay, so Charon, the Irish would call him Manon.
Manon.
Etruscan, Sharoon. Okay, the Mesopotamians, Urshanabi.
That one was a struggle. You really chewed on that one.
I really did. Urshanabi.
It's hard to pronounce a lot of different names.
They're really
like that.
weird, guys. They're totally, totally weird. Okay, but the Egyptians, we've heard of Anubis.
The classic.
Yep.
He's a total classic.
And he's part dog.
He'd be part
jackal.
Different. I thought he was dog.
No, it was
jackal is a whole
jackal,
different thing.
Same thing. Okay, so Anubis, he's like the god of funerary rites. Funerary, that's a word.
Mummification?
And mummification. Embalming. He's a guide to the underworld. He was associated with the Nile, but he's not a ferryman. Okay? But he's all about the Nile.
He's like a mortician.
He is a total
the
mortician.
Nile to the Egyptians was life.
Yeah.
It was,
that was what. So it makes sense that he's such a they go hand in hand.
Well, okay, so he would protect the tombs as well. He was guardian of the scales. So if you were Egyptian, when you died, you were thinking that you were going to have to go before Anubis, and he was going to weigh your heart. And he would weigh it against a ma'at feather, or an ostrich feather, okay? And to determine your worth. And if it was heavier, you're going to get, totally eaten by another god. Totally. He was just going to eat you. Amit. He was going to eat your soul, and you were, totally done for. But if not, if your heart was lighter, you were just going to be like, ooh, and you're going to float away to... Ooh, you're going to float away to heaven. So that was pretty scary for the Egyptians, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot of things were scary for the Egyptians.
Yeah.
I mean, all of their their lore, and like that's just
Well,
terrifying.
every sort
most
of
it.
mythology has an
some-
aspect of fear
has
to
an
it.
aspect of fear to it, but I feel like Egyptians to me seems like
Yeah.
the scariest.
Well, not every, but
They
a lot
just
of
seem to weigh heavier than the other
very
gods and
heavy.
stuff.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
But so too. I mean, don't we have heavy things in modern religion?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
These things we call them mythology, but they were religions.
Yeah.
That's what they were. They were their belief systems, and so. But you can see how Azrael has always had these like fearful things tied to him. It didn't matter what culture he was, because people fear death.
Yep.
But we don't have to. That's my message, guys. We don't have to fear it. It's so natural to just cross over and go home.
You preach an Azrael's message.
Yes.
Yep.
Heaven is just another word for home. Right now, we are all off at boarding school, and school sometimes sucks. It's negative here. We're learning lessons. We have to work hard. And then we go home, and home feels good. So we don't have to be afraid.
Yep.
But I also want to talk a little bit, because we've done this for the other ones, for the other archangels. So people who are into like symbolism and all of that kind of stuff, indigo and red are his colors.
Yep, that was about to be my next question for you. What are his colors?
like,
I would assume like black and gray.
No, indigo's pretty dark though.
It is, yeah.
It's pretty dark. His gemstones, rutilated quartz and blue quartz.
Blue?
Yeah. Rutilated quartz is actually really pretty. It's sort of like kind of, it can be different colors, I guess, but it's got these like weird little crystallized things going through it. It's very cool. Rhodonite, tanzanite, and maybe selenite. I'm not sure. I added that at the very end. I was asking my angel, like, okay, well, which ones? And I thought, oh, maybe selenite. So I don't know about that one, but we'll just say maybe. But he's also associated with the tree of life. All things are intertwined.
Yep.
Roots are all kind of intertwined. We're all branches. And life is secular. Life and death cycles. That's about the tree of life as well. So he's associated with a few different things. Also the scythe, which actually is about transition and change. It is not about being a weapon.
He's not going to hit you with it.
It's just us humans who see that and go, I'd like to use that as a weapon.
Yeah,
Well, they see it and they're like, ooh, sharp. He's going to get me.
He's not like Anne Hathaway with her Oscar. He's not carrying his scythe everywhere, okay? So...
Did Anne Hathaway...
Did she do that?
I didn't know that.
There were all these like memes of her like holding on to it like at an after party, and she was just holding on to her Oscar, but it became this thing.
But you do it too.
She won it. Yeah, she earned that right. Anne
If
Hathaway
I
is
had
great.
an Oscar, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'd like make a hat out of it, wear it on top of my head.
Yeah, you got to wear that.
Yeah, and it would be displayed in the most prominent place in my house, and I'd make sure everybody. Do you want to look at my Oscar?
I put it a thing near the front door, like a casing thing.
Yep.
Put it in a case. Everyone who walks by, rings the doorbell, they know you have an Oscar.
I let everybody hold it too, because everybody would want a photo. Right?
Yeah.
You
Like
could charge him for that too.
Yeah. Or like if you got an Olympic medal or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That has a thing. You could wear it everywhere if you wanted to, but I don't know that you should. But Azrael's not like he's not coming with you with his scythe.
Yeah.
He's gonna come to you with just open arms and love.
Just coming to you. He's not coming for you.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's probably a good point too. Yeah.
Well, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us.
All right. See ya.
Okay. All right. So remember that God loves you, and I'm sending angels your way, but not Azrael.
Yep.
If you'd like to learn more about Missy Reno Smith, please visit MissyRenoSmith.com to book a reading and purchase her artwork. You can find the In Spirit podcast on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you stream your podcasts.